Have a look at this Perth weather, far out, I don't believe it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Marty the Pie Guy. I've been YouTubing for just over a year, searching for some of Australia's best pies. Today I'm in the suburb of Westminster and I've come to JD's Pies and Tacos. Yes, they do tacos as well, but we're not going to have one today. So today I'm going to try out their chunky beef birria and cheese pie. We'll see how that rates up against Jason's from Banana Boogies. I'm going to try out their butter chicken pie and a chunky beef and garlic prawn pie. So let's go inside, grab 3 sensational pies, because Western Australia is really turning it on for me. And we'll see what they're all about. All right, I've got their chunky beef birria and cheese pie. This retails for $12. I'm going to try out their butter chicken pie. That retails for $9.50. And another garlic prawn pie, which retails for $10. I think that's a pretty reasonable price for a garlic prawn pie. Let's get stuck into the chunky beef birria and cheese pie. Now, the last time I had one of these flavours was at Banana Boogie Bakery in Birria, up at Jason's Bakery, and I thought that was fantastic. So the pastry is a dark golden colour. It's got a nice sort of sheen on the lid, the sides and the base of a even colour, and that weighs in at 263 grams. Let's cut into it and we'll see what the filling's like. I'm liking the presentation, it looks good. The lid's got a nice sheen to it. The pastry looks to be semi-flaky. Some of the pies I've had in Perth have been semi-flaky, others haven't, so yeah, horses for courses, I suppose. All right, that's the inside. Oops, that's the inside of their chunky beef birria and cheese pie for $12. It smells good. I can smell that sort of birria. The pastry is of an even thickness, and it's baked well. If anything, probably just a touch on the side, but hey, that doesn't detract from the flavour. That's sitting in there nicely as it should. Let's give that filling a crack. So chunky beef is sort of like shredded beef, pulled beef with cheese. You can taste that birria flavour in there. It's sort of, how would I describe that birria flavour? A little bit of an earthy sort of taste, but it's quite palatable. The well, that pastry on the lid, I'm really liking that. It's getting on the verge of being New Zealand style pastry, but not as puffy. The meat's cooked perfectly. I'm really happy with the meat. And it's seasoned well. I'll have to Google birria and find out what that means, but yeah, that's totally flavoursome. Sort of rich, earthy sort of taste to the pie. It's not too salty, it's not too peppery. Western Australia has really put it on to me, and I was thinking on the way here, give yourselves a pat on the back to the Western Australian baking community, because far out, you really know how to bake a pie. The pastry tastes equally as good. It's got sort of sweet, buttery notes to it. I'm liking it. I'm liking that a lot. Far out. So JD Pies and Tacos. They only reached out to me probably about 2 years ago. Said if you're ever in Perth, come down and see us. So I got in touch, and here I am. They've got 2 outlets. I'm at the one at Westminster at Stirling Shopping Centre, I think it's called. It took me about 20 minutes to get out here. That is so flavoursome. Comparing it to the one at Banana Boogie, well, it's 2 different pies. Jason's beef was slightly more shredded, I reckon, and yeah, 2 different styles of pastry. I reckon this one's better, personally. How's the flakiness on that lid? That's terrific. Wow. So this is just sort of a shop front sort of bakery. They've got some outdoor seating, plenty of cheese in there. It's not too overboard where it cancels out the rest of the flavours. Terrific. Terrific. Super impressed. Thanks, Amy, Danny and Nick. You're a champion, mate. And I do the coffee as well. Got the usual flat white with tea. It's not too bitter. It's not bad at all. My final verdict on JD Pies and Tacos. They do tacos here as well. Might save that for next trip. Their chunky beef birria and cheese pie, I thought it was bloody sensational, man. Tasty. The flavours worked really well together. The filling was cooked perfectly. Enough, just the right amount of cheese in there. That Birria flavour, it was noticeable on the palate. It wasn't too it didn't overpower the rest of the flavours in the pie. I thought it was great. The presentation looked ace. It looked like a little bit of a homemade pie, so it doesn't have that mass-produced production sort of look to it. The pastry tastes unreal. It tastes really good. I'm super impressed with the taste of the pastry. Nice buttery notes, a little bit of sweet notes on the palate. The pie held up together all right. Everything stayed in there as it should, and I'll give that 5 thumbs out of 5. Far out, man. Well done, mate. Terrific. This is their butter. All right. Take 2. This is their butter chicken pie. Retail for $9.50. It was suggested I try this, so we'll go with that. The pastry looks good. Nice dark golden colour around the sides, the base, and a nice looking lid. It's got a bit of sheen to it. Oh wow. Trying a video over here, mate. Keep the noise down, thanks. It looks good. I'm liking the look of the sheen on that pastry. That's good. And the pie weighs in at 257 grams. All right, let's cut into their butter chicken pie, and we'll see what the filling's like. That's the inside of their butter chicken pie for $9.50. It looks good. So the pastry is of a uniform thickness and it's baked really well. Can't complain about the bake on that. Nice and thin, baked all the way through. Get in there. That's sitting in there as it should. Let's give that filling a crack. So diced chicken breast in a sort of semi-spicy, flavoursome, buttery gravy. That's great. It's got a little bit of, not too much heat on the palate, but a little bit of spice. The chicken's nice and soft and tender. I'm liking it a lot. If anything, maybe just dice the chicken up a little bit more. That's the only improvement they could probably make. Just dice the chicken up slightly more. Other than that, it's a terrific pie. The pastry's nice and crisp, buttery notes on the palate, flaky as well. Not bad. I had a butter chicken one the other day. That was a lot more creamier on the palate. This one isn't so creamy, but it's got a decent amount of spice to it. Not hot spice, but spicy spice, like the Spice Girls. Super impressed with that. I'm liking the buttery gravy in that. The colour of the filling looks great. Nice sort of orangey, dark orange look to it. Yeah, I'm quite impressed. I'm glad I made the effort to get down here, man. So the last 2 days in Perth have been nice and hot, 38 and 39, and now it's storms rolling over. Had a bit of thunder and lightning and all sorts, so it actually rained here. But yeah, the final verdict on the butter chicken pie, I thought it was fantastic. The presentation looked good, had a nice colour to the pastry. The chicken was cooked perfectly. The buttery gravy was good. It had a bit of spice to it, and it was a little bit creamy on the palate. I totally like that. Totally like that one. We'll give that 5 thumbs out of 5. Not bad at all for their butter chicken pie. Coming in at $9.50. Pastry was flaky as light. You can see the mess here. How flaky they were. So well done. Credit to you, mate. All right, last pie to try is a garlic prawn pie. I like prawns and I like garlic. Seafood and I eat it. So that's what their garlic prawn pie looks like. It's got a nice golden colour to the sides, the base, and a golden sort of looking lid. Presentation looks pretty reasonable. There's no shrinkage on there at all. It looks good. Their garlic prawn pie costs $10, which is $4.50 less than Miami Bakehouse, surprisingly enough. There you go. That weighs in at 283 grams. Let's hope it's packed with prawns. Let's go into garlic prawn pie. That looks like more of a surf and turf sort of pie. Anyway, we'll run with that. $10. Looks good from here. I like the cross section, that looks pretty decent. You can smell that garlic in there. The pastry is of even thickness. That's all sitting in there how it should. So the pie consists of steak, garlic sauce. The garlic sauce isn't too, it's not too strong. You can notice it. So nice sliced prawns in there. The steak's nicely cooked. Nice car, bro. The steak's a tiny bit chewy. That was nice. I like that. Oh. The pastry and all these pies are super flaky. I can't complain about the flakiness on them. Not as flaky as some, but it's getting up there. The pie seasoned well. Like I said, the garlic's not too overpowering. It is noticeable. I'm sorry, it is the chunky beef and garlic prawn. I was just wondering with garlic prawn, but yeah, chunky beef and garlic prawn. Or a surf and turf. And it feels heavy, far out. So I had about 4 or 5 prawns on there, and then the chunky steak underneath. So if anything, the steak could be a little bit more tender on the palate. Just on the verge of being too chewy. That's coming from all of my barbecuing experience. Yes, I do love a good barbie. I own 1 Weber cube and 2 Weber kettles, so I know what I'm talking about when it comes to meat. Yeah. Wow, talk about chunky meat, far out. Have a look at the chunk of that. All right, my final verdict on the chunky beef and garlic prawn pie for $10. It was good. The gravy was nice and garlicky and creamy on the palate. It was seasoned well. Probably about 5 or 6 prawns in there on top, laid on top, and the chunky beef underneath. The pastry was of a uniform thickness and it was baked well. The filling stayed in there as it should. My only concern would be the steak is probably on the verge of being a little bit too chewy, so it could be an old cow, maybe. Could be just a little bit too tender, maybe just a slightly overcooked. That and probably a little bit more garlic in there, I reckon. So I reckon we'll give that 4 thumbs out of 5. So 3 decent pies from JD's Pies and Tacos, 2 5 out of 5s and 1 4 out of 5. So not bad at all. As per usual, we'll have a quick look around at the bakery, and that will be it for the video, guys. So they do tacos as well, but these are all their pies. They look sensational. I'm really happy with the presentation of them. They look really neat. Sort of like I described, a bit homemade but not mass produced sort of look. So it gives them that sort of special sort of look. So yeah. The Reuben pie, wow. That was my #1 pie from last year from the Pie Father in Rosebery. Best baker in Australia, Mick de Salvatore. A chunky beef and cheese, an onion. So the pies are of a pretty reasonable weight too, all over 250. So cauliflower and cheese. I should have got that, the corned beef, bacon and cheeseburger, but yeah, next time. So I'll have to come back twice. Chunky beef pepper, they look great. I like the sheen on the pastry. Well done, mate, well done. So that's the chunky beef and Birria pie which we had for 12. Well, it was really nice. Yeah, people will complain about the price, but hey, there's a bit of work that goes into making these pies. But the chicken, I thought that was great too. If anything, I could have just diced up the chicken a little bit more, but hey, that was great. Chunky beef and Guinness. Well, that looks alright. My mate recommended one from Melbourne, which I'm going to try out in a couple of weeks when we get over there. That's right, I'm going away again. Chunky beef and mushroom. The chunky beef, bacon and cheese. Chunky beef and garlic prawn pie. Well, that was okay. I just thought the meat could have been a little bit more tenderer, I think. The chunky beef, black garlic and cheese. Interesting. That'd be a nice sort of combination of flavours. Vegetarian, so they do a few vegetarian pies as well. Let's see. Vegetarians to the menu. Have a look at those sausage rolls, they look great. I love a good homemade sort of looking sausage roll. I've only seen a few like that around. A couple of places in Adelaide and one here in Perth. So the sausage roll flavours are pork, fennel, beef blue cheese. Oh, my mum would love that. She loves a bit of blue cheese. And the plain beef. So they're $8 and $8.50. The pies retail from $9 to $12. So yeah, reasonably priced, but they're a pretty good product. Aha, have a look at that. I had one of them yesterday, but in a pie. That looks great. 130. I know there's a bit of work that goes into making these beef Wellingtons, so I might have to give one a crack one day and see if it will cook up in the Weber. So these are the flavours that they've got. They've got more flavours available, more pies available at their other outlet, wherever that is, but I'll put that in the video description. Sorry Dave, no bacon and egg pies this trip. We'll get one in Melbourne. And they do tacos as well. Now, taco pie would be alright, I reckon. The beef queasy Birria. Oh, kiss a Birria. I might have to come back and do their tacos next time. There's some dips as well. That's what they look like. That looks fantastic. Far out. Oh, and if they win Australia's Best Pie, this is the trophy that they'll win. So hopefully they enter into the Baking Association's Best Pie competition, which will be held in June at the Gold Coast this year. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please give the video a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, jump on Facebook, join my group, the Meat Pie Appreciation Group. The link's in the video description. We're keeping it real and we're all Australian. See you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.